and the name of the school is Crimson Global Academy!
Wait, it's all on a computer?
Yep, that's right. It's an online high school. It started here in New Zealand, but it's a global academy, meaning there's international students from around the world. My mom's going to be explaining how we came about to this, how we found it and everything in this video, and in our next video, we'll show you how we got enrolled. Make sure you subscribe and stay tuned.
We are growing up without borders, a family of 5 traveling to every country in the world. It all began with a 5-week trip to Europe back in 2013, which then led to us traveling to now 6 continents and 98 countries.
Take a road and a road to the open air. Anytime and a place, and I'll meet you there.
We've been blessed to spend many months here in New Zealand and explored everything from the very top to the very bottom. Are you ready to join the journey? Let's go.
It was April actually 4th, and the reason we know is because Tyler sent himself an email so that we would remember to look this up. And we started, we were talking with some friends. We were in a place called Lower Hutt, which is in New Zealand, right beside Wellington. So technically you can say Wellington, New Zealand. And our friends were telling us, we were talking about online school and how the girls go to school and stuff like that. And they're like, did you guys ever hear of this school called Crimson Academy? And we were like, no, I've never heard of it. And they're like, yeah, this guy in New Zealand, this young guy started an online school. And we were like, and they were like, it's a high school, it's a worldwide high school. And we were like, wait, what is this? So he quickly emailed himself the link. And then after that, so that was April, we started like researching online and watching some other videos. Then we listened to the executive principal, and this is what he had to say.
I think the first thing to push is that we didn't want to be just an ordinary school. We wanted to be a new kind of school and offer a new kind of education, one that was challenging all the way through, effective, and transformative for every single person, not just for a small group at the top. Secondly, we wanted to provide access to cutting-edge 21st technology. That was an obvious thing because we are part of an education technology company, so you can imagine the great technology. But we also want to offer holistic education. And so when students leave CGA at the end of their time with us, they're ready and able to make a difference to society. That's the important thing. Worth saying that we've got students from over 20 countries around the world, so you can imagine trying to run a school when you've got different time zones like that. So it's tricky, but we do it and we get there well. It's also the cross-cultural understandings that come from being part of a global network there as well. So the friends, when they leave CGA, will have friends all over the world. We also want to aspire, number 5, for our students to be architects of their own lives, and that means giving them confidence, giving them independence, and also giving them resilience so that they can reach their potential. You need an internationally recognised curriculum. That, to me, is absolutely vital. It's why we don't use NCA. Fourthly, you need a safe, supportive environment. That's really important for us too. What makes a great school? Well, great teachers make a school great. It's not the other way around. And the great schools of our country have done that by having great teachers, and we're in the same boat as well.
For us, this seemed like, for us, an opportunity to do something which would solve a lot of problems, but also cause a little bit of challenges because of where we're coming from and our current lifestyle of always moving around, being in different places, different time zones and such like that. So we were a little bit uneasy about the whole thing. But when we saw the ability for our girls to have online high quality teachers.
Hello everyone, hope you're all really well. Welcome to another English class and let's get started.
From around the world, that they were going to have such a superior basically education that I wouldn't have to be the teacher, because a lot of times, like, let's just face it, the girls will ask me, like especially Julia, something in calculus, it's like way over my head. So for us to like fathom the fact that we would have access to online teachers, that we could potentially be anywhere and anytime, and the girls could still continue to get educated in a standardized system, if you will, like a real high school. This is like a dream come true for us. So we decided to reach out to Crimson. We had a few calls with them to see how the process would work, how they could work with us when we do start moving around again. And they were like, yes, we're game on, ready to take the challenge. And so the school is different and people join it for all different kinds of reasons. For us, it was for the ability to have those online teachers, qualified teachers, get a qualified education for our girls, and to take me out of the equation of teaching.
As you probably know, homeschooling sometimes can get a little bit, you could say, lonely. Also, sometimes it's hard when you're doing math and you have no teacher there. It's kind of hard. Just because my mom's filming, but she sometimes doesn't know certain equations, and we do need help.
So I'm most excited about going to a new school is we're going to be able to meet new friends,
Basically have a teacher there who's going to help us and guide us.
maybe have a proper qualifications.
And it's going to be all in order.
Yeah, structured, like have a routine.
For other people, like a lot of people, when they go to school, they kind of get stuck into a classroom and they can't excel to the level that they want to because of their age. And Crimson does things a little bit different. So they call it CGA, Crimson Global Academy. So at CGA, they basically will teach at the academic level, not at age level, which is brilliant. So kids can accelerate as fast or as little as they want, which is just so different than the traditional types of high school. Other people join Crimson Global Academy because they want top education and they want their kids just to be in this global environment. And so imagine when our girls log in, they have students there from Sudan, Japan, New Zealand, Australia, Dubai, the UAE, like all around the world, all in one classroom. And it just opens their brains. You know, our kids have had that exposure to different cultures and different basically countries and languages and stuff like that. But this is an opportunity for, if you're considering it as well for your kids, this is an opportunity for them to meet world students from around the world. And here's the thing. Most people always will say to us, well, what about socialization? Like, how's that going to work? You know, and you get that when you're homeschooling your kids. Everyone's worried about socialization. Well, here's what's really exciting for us as well. When our girls log in, they have a whole socialization platform for the kids, and it is so cool. So when we started looking into this, we got really excited. So the girls can interact with the different students from around the world. They have different chats, and then they have all these different extracurricular groups. So they have groups on like programming, they have groups on dance, on music, and some of them are student run, some of them are teacher ran, and basically it's all different types of groups that they can join that are in and outside of the school kind of classroom. So this is a great way for them to meet friends. And boy, oh boy, do they ever have their timing right, eh? Because CGA really started pushing their global school right during the pandemic. So this is like a no-brainer because so many places around the world have been doing this. So they have all their systems in place. It's not like they're scrambling to make it work. They already kind of tested all the grounds with all the different systems that they have to make an online school work, and they've just mastered that. So we're super excited to have our girls now joining CGA. So just to sum it all up, we're actually partnering with Crimson Global Academy to share with you guys all the different back end of it. So we're going to show you the whole onboarding process in our upcoming videos. So make sure you click to subscribe, get notified of our next videos. We'll also put it in the end screen so you can see, but we're going to show you all the onboarding process, all the different things the girls had to do to set up their school. Then we're going to show you a day in the life, what it's like to be moving around, traveling, and doing CGA online. And lastly, we are going to show you a real classroom experience that the girls can kind of bring you along with. So it's like, if you want to see the inside view of a classroom in CGA, stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon.